Let me bang.
I do let you bang. Hey,
let me bang you, Katie, man.
I let you bang. I let you bang.
Greetings, marrieds and virgins.
Go for Jesus. No forget Jesus, people.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for your favorite mixed martial arts podcast. Recording out of Los Angeles, California, it's MMA Roasted with Adam Hunter.
Who the fuck is that guy?
What's up, people? Welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. I'm here with the legend, Jason Mayhem Miller. Don Frye should be joining us if he knows what year it is. And then we got Terrance McKinney, who's T-Rex, active UFC fighter, complete badass. It's going to be a great show. I'm in Vegas. I got my family with me. So I'm watching the kid all day. Got the wife. They're in the room next to me. So I've not prepared any of this, the podcast.
Perfect. Another 100% A1 motherfucking MMA roasted, folks. Hey, I lost my fucking tripod. I'm sick of the dog, and I'm high on fucking cold pills right now. Bro, I'm on, bro. We're doing some damn things. Look, and Don Frye's not even here, is he? Nobody's here. It's just me and you doing MMA roasted. I didn't even expect to jump off the handle right now. I was going to shut up and just let everybody talk, but instead I'm just going to bask in the ambiance of an unprofessional MMA roasted. One of the best. And on top of that, you're in Vegas at the fucking fight convention, UFC con or X con or whatever the hell, fucking everybody dripping off Dana's nuts this fucking weekend. And that's Sean Strickland. Oh my God, he's the fucking people's champion. I just saw a highlight of him just fucking being mobbed like a goddamn bald-headed beetle. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, that guy is our hero.
Well, he's definitely something. So Don Frye can't figure out. He's with us, but he can't figure out his camera or his sound.
Man, don't stress Don Frye out. Let Don Frye, the legendary Don Frye, be Don Frye, bro. Just let him casually figure it out. We could chit chat about whatever the hell you want to chit chat about. So, like why you're taking your wife and kids to Vegas on UFC Fight Con week?
Because I haven't seen them forever. I've been on the road. Oh. I like miss them, but of course we're not going to stay at the Strat. So now we're staying at the Virgin Hotel because the Strat doesn't allow dogs. Number one, and two, my wife's like, we're not staying at the Strat. So now it's like I'm like losing a lot of money on this trip instead of making money.
Bro, you're investing in your familial life. You know what I'm saying? Like. Don't knock that, bro. So put some money into the wife and kids.
Right. So Don comes to my show on Friday night, which is awesome. He comes late. He's got the cowboy hat. He walks in with some guy, right? I figured they've known each other for years. Afterwards, we're talking. I'm like, Don, so how do you know Don? He goes, oh, I met him 2 hours ago, and now I'm his chaperone, right? So he meets some guy 2 hours ago. That's a chaperone.
Oh yeah,
dude. Every fighter, every athlete that walked by Don Frye, you would think they just saw like Jesus. They're like, holy shit, it's him, it's Don Frye. Like, then he has tickets to the fights the next day, right? So I wanted my daughter to meet him. So I called Don. It's like 5 o'clock. The fight started at 3 o'clock. I called Don. Oh, did I wake you up? Oh, well, now I'm up. It's 5 o'clock. The fight started at 3, and he's been flown in to see the fights, right? I go, you're missing the fights are on right now. Oh, really? I thought they started at 9. Dude, Don is a legend. How were the fights, Don?
They were pretty damn good. I was impressed. It was a good card.
Yeah.
Real good card.
Did you have good seats?
No, I was way up top high because we were filming extra rounds. So we filmed it, before and after. So we were up high. But, shit, you see everything on the screen, So nothing to bitch about. I mean, shit, I got paid for it.
Mayhem, did I ever tell you that the time when Don went to a UFC fight in Orange County, and all of a sudden it's on TMZ that Don got into a fist fight in like the crowd, right? This is like, I think you might have been away at that time. And so Don's sitting there and the guy goes, let's take it outside. And Don's version is he goes, where? Over there? And then smack the guy in the face. So,
yeah. Nice. Nice. Good old TMZ coming through with highlight reels of Don Frye's slapping. Do you take your cowboy hat off, Don?
No, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm like Burt Reynolds and Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Thing. Yeah, I only take my hat for one thing, baby.
So by the way, before we get into the fights, Don, what do you think of the debates?
Oh, what a fucking joke! That guy's a disaster. I mean, he's a fucking disaster. I was listening to the radio today. You know what needs to happen is his wife, the good doctor Joe Biden, needs to smother his ass, with a pillow, and that way, that's the only thing that if he's not willing to step aside, then they're gonna have to do that.
Bro, I just say give Joe Biden cocaine again. Like, what the fuck? I was ready to see him get cranked up, bro. I want to see Trump on mad Adderall. I want to see Joe Biden on a pound of cocaine. I just think they should go at each other like fucking dogs, bro, snarling at each other, bro. I was sleepy ass Joe. Oh my god, that shit was hilarious. I was like, oh man,
I was good. It looked like someone cleared out his history and he forgot all his passwords. Yeah. So he was just like trying to remember so he was like,
oh, but you know what? Granted, though, I didn't think about it, but it was like 10 o'clock at night on the East Coast. So this dude should have been in bed like 4 hours before. And he was like trying to stop. Meanwhile, nightclub Donald Trump was just getting raring and roaring. He was just firing up, bro. He took a fucking an eight ball of Adderall right before he got on stage, bro. You could see when it dropped too. You could see when it dropped because he just started spitting hot fire like a battle rapper, an orange battle rapper, dog. This guy was just like, because he was coming out with all the hits too. He was talking about the border. He was just rapping fire, bro. I was like, man, Donald Trump is going to be the best dictator I ever seen, bro.
Dude, I mean, Biden had 16 people prepare him for that. Who the fuck?
I know. You know what? You know what it is? No, I'll give a nice fight analogy since we're on MMA Roasted. That was what you call overtraining. He overtrained, bro. Yes.
That's what they're claiming. That's one of the things they're claiming is that he over-prepared.
That's what I'm claiming. He had so much bullshit rolling around in his 80-year-old brain that he couldn't really. He's like, like it was,
No, dude, it's the same people that let CM Punk out there in the UFC. Is the same people.
What I mean, yeah.
But he wasn't overtrained. I mean, Mayhem, Don, have you ever trained with somebody that's like, oh, I got a fight coming up, and you just know they're going to get the shit beaten out of them? Did you ever?
Yeah.
That was me. That was me for my last fight. Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to make the training camp go easy because you don't want to get hurt on the way.
Mayhem, have you ever had that with like you're training with somebody and they're like, oh, I got to fight, and you know who they're fighting, and you're just like, I mean, what did you ever tell them? Hey, man, this is not going to go well.
No, I say like keep your hands up and your chin down, get out there, motherfuckers. Like that's the business. Hey, I'm a firm believer that like no matter what, there's always a chance. There's always a chance you can win. So but yeah, the old Joe Biden, I don't know. They should have made Trump no diapers. Okay, that way if he shot himself, he would have to like leave the stage. They should have gave Joe Biden some cocaine. I would have spiked Joe Biden's water bottle if I was on his team. I would have spiked it with cocaine. Like I'm telling you, everybody. I was watching Fox News. They were all jazzing me up. This jacked up Joe. I was excited. I was like, oh man, Joe Biden's gonna be on cocaine. I can't wait to see this. And instead, he was on Xanax. He was like,
no,
it looked like a fish. It was really weird because I haven't, I don't really pay attention to that stuff very much. I only pay attention when when Don Frye tells me that Trump is the man. You know, that's the only time I know that what's going on is when I come do this show and like you guys fill me in on it. You know, but then when I hadn't seen Joe Biden in a while. Last time I saw him, he was all jazzed up and happy and like it looked young and exciting. That time, I'm like, oh my God, give this man some steroids.
Yeah, dude, Don Frye is a real American, and you know, I mean, not that we're not real Americans, but
hey, what the fuck? I'm a real American, bro.
but not like
never say I'm not a
but
real
not
American.
like Don Frye.
What are you talking about, bro? I'm a real American too. I think Don Frye will sign off on that.
It's true. I was thinking about you, Jason, today because you know, watching a 5-year-old girl, I mean, she's let's go, daddy, from you know 7 a.m. Daddy, let's play. Daddy, let's play. Daddy. And I'm like, man, it's exhausting. I love it. I wouldn't change a thing, but it's exhausting. I can only imagine your parents, Jason.
Oh, bro. Unstoppable. Ask my mom, bro. Oh my God, bro. Once I figured out that I could climb, it was, oh man. I like from age like 4, 3. One time, I climbed a tree when I was like 4 years old and just wouldn't come down. Or 3 years old because my mom was pregnant with my sister, so she couldn't get me. So I just climbed up a tree and just hung out up there all day until the nighttime. And then when my dad came home, I remember in his army fatigue, standing at the bottom with his hands on his hips, like, get down here. And then I was like, oh, then I got down. Yeah, so I stayed in that tree for like 6-8 hours. Man, this cold medicine got me jacked up. Maybe, I think maybe Joe Biden should have took some Dayquil, bro.
Don, were you a well-behaved kid, Don?
No, I was horrible. My poor parents, God bless them both. You know, they deserve sainthood. You know, I was just a little bastard.
What did you do?
You name it, I did it. Shit, I think I broke my first bone when I was 3 years old. Broke my ankle. You know, fucking around on shit. It was like 5. It could have been 5, but yeah, I was always doing shit. You know, pestering the fucking horse, pestering the dogs. You know, just doing stupid shit.
What did you do? What did you do to the horse?
Just aggravating him, you know, just on him, and you know, and jumping down the barn, you know, off the top hayloft down to the ground, you know, we chase each other, you know, through the barn and go underneath the horse or over him, you know, and then climb up the ladder and then jump down and do a bunch of stupid shit.
Mayhem, you know what his job was for fighting? He would have to take the horseshoes off horses.
Man,
and put new ones on. Yes, trim up the feet and put new ones on. Yeah, farrier.
Yeah, one of my things, like my pops would always say, he'd always like tell me like when I would make the same mistake twice, he goes, "You don't learn nothing from the second kick of a horse." And I was like, wow, that's like some powerful cowboy logic right there. And then one time he was telling me a story that I had already heard, right? He's like, well, yeah, and then the horse reared up and kicked me. And I was like, wait a minute, Dad. You told that story different last time. And he was like, oh, no, that was another time I got kicked by a horse.
Yeah, Don, Mayhem's dad was jumped out of airplanes for the military, which is probably.
Did he have a parachute?
Yeah. No, the correct terminology is paratrooper. Yeah.
He was
airborne. Yeah. Paratrooper. Yeah. You always say he jumped out of airplane. It makes it sound like he was on like a vacation weekend with, you know what I mean? Like, hey, everybody. And he was strapped to some gay instructor. Oh, it's Bill Dawes.
Vacation weekend.
I know. Yeah. What the fuck?
Meanwhile, speaking of horses, so I was on a cruise last week, and these women, right, the biggest women I've ever, not the biggest women I've ever seen. Bill, I love how you come late, and then I can hear your GPS. Like thank you. That's so fucking considerate. First, he said,
the most professional podcast on the internet.
First, he says he can't come to the show because he's moving his daughter's stuff into a lesbian bar. And then he's actually his daughter's a lesbian. She goes to Berkeley, and she's got like green hair. but she's hot. And so he said he can't come. Now he's here. He's not even driving. He's in the passenger seat, and I could still hear him. His daughter's probably driving. If she is, I'm sorry. By the way, is his daughter driving?
Driving by my girlfriend. We haven't. We're gonna be there in like an hour.
Oh, okay. But perfect Wi-Fi. Anyway, so
no, it's perfect that we have Dawn Frye on one side, and then we have the libs of TikTok right here
with the Chihuahua too.
Nice.
Is it Chihuahua gay?
What a man.
That's a trick question. All Chihuahuas are gay.
So these three women come up to my show, right? And they're big. They're bigger women. But they're pretty faces. They're big, right? And they're telling me, right, how they were on it. I'm like, they're like, oh, you guys had fun on the cruise? One of them had sex with a guy the night before. He was drunk. He whipped out his penis, or he showed the girl his penis at the casino and goes, you want some of this? And she goes, it looked nice. So then she went back with him and he tried to put it in her butt. And she's like, oh, but, he like didn't let her. After 30 minutes of meeting this guy, like she lets him put it in her butt. Like that was, and then she was telling me.
Hey, don't bitch, make it sound bad. You'll ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, what was wrong with you, bro?
There's nothing wrong with that. Ask the lesbian.
I don't think it's your girl. No, is it your girlfriend or your daughter that's driving?
It's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. All right.
The fucking Jew. You know the Jew I'm dating? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
come on, bro.
The Jewish
We're trying to get monetized over here.
Yeah. Well, saying it's the Jew might help us.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, she controls the media, right? Tell her to get us monetized.
Jews take it up the ass too, buddy. You know.
This has gotten so derailed.
Don't worry, my girlfriend, she's with me, so she can handle any offensive humor.
Bill, I may have to. Your Wi-Fi is so bad, it's making Don looks good. Okay, that's how fucking bad. That's how bad. And by the way, speaking of up the ass, when I was in Saudi Arabia, Mayhem, right, dude, there are so many women. This guy told me he hooked up with like 20 Saudi girls because they're not allowed to have sex in the vagina. That's considered like against the Quran.
Haram.
So they go right to anal. Like anal's like first base over there. Was that your experience too?
Bro, I mean, I think that Mormons are the same as Muslims, I guess. It's just a couple letters off, huh? It's the exact same thing.
Mormons are the white Muslims. They really are.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's like you know what I mean? It's like God can't tell the difference, you know. God can only have GPS on the vagina. On the butthole, he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, they found a loophole, no pun intended.
Exactly. The poop hole, if you will.
Why, Jason, how many Mormons have you done it in the butt?
At least 3. Poop hole, loophole, I believe they call it. Yeah, I'm telling you, dog. Yes, yeah. Exactly, bro. It's some type of I don't know. That with their God, he turns a blind eye to the brown eye.
I gave Zhao Ying Summers this joke where she only dates Jewish men, and she said I took what you said. She said Arab men always trying to fuck her in the butt. I was like, so Jews in front, Arabs in back. Her taint's the Gaza Strip.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And she did that as an opening joke, and clearly it bombed.
Oh,
perfect.
No pun intended.
That's a really funny joke. Yeah, I've never been a big butt guy. What about you, Bill?
Aaron?
He wishes, yes.
No, I've never been. But she still does fuck me with a strap on, so I don't,
Nice.
I will.
The libs of TikTok strike again.
No, I tried to have butt sex with her, but I couldn't get both of my cheeks into her vagina.
Oh, this is like the dirty Comics Unleashed right now. Okay,
like the podcast.
So by the way, Sean Merriman came to my show. You know Sean Merriman, football player. He came. Remember? He came to my show. And Don, he was the big guy at the end.
The big bastard.
So he wants to fight Shaq. He wants to do a celebrity, but he said Shaq won't take the fight.
Yeah, why would he? Jesus Christ! Like, you know what I'm saying? He's pretty old now. Jesus.
But
how old?
Yeah.
How old is Shaq?
Yeah, Shaq is pretty old. But all right, let's talk about UFC 303 because you were there and we all saw it. What did you now? Here's my thought on the main event, which is Jury versus Pantoja.
We just want to get right into the main event. All right.
Jury versus
Just like butt sex. Get right to it.
So it was a short notice fight. I've almost every time I've seen a short notice fight, it's come across like a short notice fight. I feel like fighters are like the training camp. They're there to peak when they peak. They have all these guys around them. And it looked like Yuri, I don't know if it's Jiri or Yuri. It looked like he was slower. He wasn't as sharp. And he wasn't the same guy. But I'm like, well, he only took the fight on a couple weeks' notice. And it looks like Alex Pereira had been training. He looked better. He did better. He dominated. I wasn't that big of a fan of the main event because it was a short notice fight. Don, what are your thoughts?
True, but I think it was a great fight because they went after each other and they didn't try and move, didn't try and stay away, conserve their energy. They realized they were only good for 2 rounds, and that's what they did.
Yeah. Mayhem?
Yeah, that's what you call a salvage card. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every card, when you look at things from the top down, the business perspective, right? You need to get somebody in there quick, right? Your biggest star, arguably, for the last 10 years, Conor McGregor, drops out of the fight. What are you going to do? You got to throw together something. And the hot guy of the moment, right? The big hot guy of the moment is Alex Pereira. And he performs every time. And, consistently over the past 5 fights, he's been knockout every time? Or it's just really the way to salvage a card like that in a short notice. I mean, I gotta tell you, they did it right. Like, they put on a good one. And on top of that, Fury didn't, he didn't fight smart, which is better for us as fans. A smarter fight would have been kind of to dance around and not play a boxing match with a guy who is known for a killer left hook, and even this high kick that he gave. I don't know. Why would you kickbox the kickboxer? I guess,
Did you always play smart, Jason?
No. I mean, come on. Especially a short notice fight, you get excited, you might make a damn dumb mistake. So that's what he did. And, we get all jazzed up about a knockout on Monday, right?
But it seemed like you always fought smart. You never kind of went. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, for the most part, I did. Yeah, for the most part during my career, I would kind of stick to a plan, and then if not, I would have the backup plan, and then if not, I would have the tertiary plan. Yeah, I was a very scientific kind of fighter. I would always try to keep it
your framework. Don, your fights, because I know that you had the most exciting fights ever. But how pissed were your cornermen sometimes after your fights when they were like,
well, if I won, they weren't pissed at all. Yeah, no shit. If I won, they weren't pissed at all. If I lost, I mean, they wouldn't say anything. They just look at their feet and shake their head, Shit.
I hear you. That's the way.
But don't you guys think that Pereira would win that fight 100% of the time? I feel like he's got way too long limbs, and he's always going to get that kick at some point.
I don't know if there's a striker other than Israel that could beat him. I think it's going to take a Division I wrestler who's going to make it a boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think Division I. I think just a guy with wacky takedowns that can get him to the floor and I don't know. Every time I seen him on the ground, he looked pretty sloppy. But luckily, the guys that have gotten him down are not great, jiu-jitsu men. He looks kind of awkward on the ground. He doesn't move fluidly. He's very stiff. He's one of those guys who have tapped into stand up for so long that he's kind of putting together ground stuff late in his career, and you can tell when that happens because guys are they're very stiff and awkward and they don't have a fluidity to them when they're moving on the ground. So it's one of those weird situations. But on the same token, the matchmakers are not going to put him with anybody who does that. Why?
Yeah.
And on top of that, what at 205? Who is that? Who is that? I know you're our guy for these kind of questions, Adam. Tell me who is the guy to like figure out that.
I want to see him and John Jones go at it. I mean,
John Jones, of course. John Jones would beat him.
Of course. But now we got the two. But right now he's still at 205. They teased it with the heavyweight jargon. They said, "Oh, you're gonna go into heavyweight," and he said, "Well, yeah, eventually, yes." But why wouldn't they do another fight at 205? So what about this Dagestani that they're talking about? What's his name? Kajamat, whatever.
Oh yeah. But he's 185, right?
Oh, my bad. No, it's just somebody.
Or I think maybe 170. I think maybe 170.
Oh, there's a 205 guy. No, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm talking about. I'm saying how all of those KH, all those names run together. Okay, there's somebody else, and I even made a note of it, but I lost my damn notes so I could be more professional for this podcast. I made a note of this guy that everybody's saying would be the answer to Pereira, but I don't know. He's a Dagestani guy, a 205 guy. He looks just like all the rest of those guys with a stupid haircut and a stupid beard. You know what I'm saying? And an excellent, like, you know how you look at the guys and you can just look at his body and you're like, oh my God, this guy's a wrestler. Like he's a wrestler from Dagestan. And they come in essentially the exact same shape. They're just all like rounded off, like muscle head guys that you could tell this guy definitely will do a wrist ride on your ass for 4 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yeah.
There's no way he doesn't. So maybe that's the answer. That's the solution. But I don't know. I see Alex having a fantastic career here for the next couple of years, until somebody understands how to get him down and like not get left hooked into outer space. It's his world. I like that I jumped the board right here at the cusp of Pereira's his ascension to the top of the pyramid.
Yo, what's up, people? I got to talk to you about Game Time. Okay, gametime.co. All right. I'm telling you, I'm excited for the NBA playoffs. It's been the best season of basketball I can recall in a long time. Super pumped about it. And Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of the NBA, which makes getting playoff tickets even faster and easier, which is great. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to a playoff game? Now, prices on Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets tip-off. I mean, normally you would think it would go up. Nope, going down. And with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets. Trust me, you don't want to go there and all of a sudden you're behind. You can't see anything. That would suck. All right. Check out the Game Time app. I know there's a great bunch of NBA games coming up right now tonight. It's the Knicks. The Knicks are playing the Sixers, and the Knicks got this. Okay, and I would love to go to that game. Okay, I would. That would be amazing. I'm from New York, so obviously I got to go for the Knicks and the Lakers and pretty much whoever else is winning. All right, and I'm telling you, they got last minute deals. They got flash deals, zone deals, easy to find. You could buy MLB tickets and for every kind of event in your area. They got views from all seats in the venue, lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, job loss protection. If you get fired, you can't make it, something happens. All right, now you could save up to 60% buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater. All right, I know you guys love the theater, especially this audience, Broadway. You guys love Shakespeare. I'm sure we got some very Shakespeare people. All right, now, and they also have in-app deals. They got zone deals, save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. You got all-in pricing. This feature shows total up front. No surprise. That's the worst when you go to other things and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is a great deal. And you get there and it costs you an arm and a leg. So take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Now download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. That's great. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CLNS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. All right. Check it out. I'm telling you, this is it. This is what you want to do. Do it now. All right. And also enjoy the rest of this podcast.
The top of the Inca pyramid or whatever the hell.
By the way, before we get into the next fight, so did you see the viral video of the hot Brazilian female
Hactua girl? Oh, my bad.
No, not the Hactua girl. But there was a prison guard. The guy was banging the prison guard in England, and it was an MMA fighter that was in. He was a swinger with this prison guard, and they were on some swinging dating show. Anyway, so she was a prison guard, and the MMA fighters from Brazil or something. She ended up banging this guy. The prisoner was like banging her, and it was on tape, and she's blowing him, and she's riding him, and all this shit. Of course, it went viral. She got fired. She's gonna get in big trouble. This and that. How common is that, Jason?
Why on earth would I say anything about this outside of this?
Did you ever bang a prison guard? That's
Come
the
on,
question.
bro. Buddy, listen here, okay? Ask me in 6 years when the statute of limitation has passed.
No, but did you not? I'm not saying you. I'm saying, do you know of guys that bang the hot prison guards?
Yes. Okay. I'm just kidding anyway. Come on. So
yeah. But it's pretty common.
Not pretty common, but I'm just saying when you have like men and women together, and especially with this power disparity. Listen, the prison guards that I knew of were freaking slam pigs that I wouldn't fuck with your dick. But I get why it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where would you have sex? Where would you do it? In the cell?
Bro, listen, bud. When the cops have all the power, and it's not like I know that here in the outside world, there is like cameras everywhere, and you take it for granted. You're like, oh wow, there's cameras everywhere. In prison, there's not, dude. In prison, there's like a couple cameras here and there. But like for the most part, you're unrecorded. There's no cameras anywhere. Like I seen the cops at one prison handcuff a guy, then beat the shit out of him after he was handcuffed, and in front of everyone in the prison, basically. He's like, yeah, this is what we can do. Like, just so you guys know, you get out of line, we just handcuff you and beat the shit out of you. So. And then after that, everybody was like acting right. Like, oh, well, so imagine if like one of those porky prison guards decides to like bang a dude. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah, she can take you back in the back and rape you. That's how it is, man. This is America.
What did the guy do? I mean, first of all, it's horrible that happened. But what did the guy do to get handcuffed?
Listen, I know. Oh, you victim blamer. No. No, the thing is the guy was freaking out because his cellmate was like, I don't know, weirdo or something. He's like, I can't be in here with him. They're like, go back in your cell, and he's like, I can't be in here with him. And like, they went, okay. And then they handcuffed him. He was already handcuffed. And then they slammed him on his face. It was horrific. I'm laughing because it was so traumatizing. Like, I'm laughing not to cry. Because shit like that, and that was like the least traumatizing thing I saw. That was like a weird one. Yeah. That just let me know that, okay, this is the world that you inhabit now, where you're stripped of all your rights, including the right to even be scared. So don't be scared because that's what's going to happen, Yeah.
I know you guys have talked about this, but when you got into prison, were you recognized by several people?
Yeah. Hell yeah. But I was like very heavy. I was like 280 pounds. So I looked like somebody ate Mayhem. Yeah. Yeah, it was super difficult. Yeah. Super difficult.
So speaking of heavy, so Brian Ortega took the fight that he was supposed to have. He took the fight on short notice, right? He was supposed to fight what's the guy with the crazy hair with the cool haircut? You guys
Diego Lopez.
Yeah, Diego Lopez, right? And then he comes in heavy. He comes in like he's like, hey, I'm not gonna make the weight. Okay, they're gonna fight at a weight heavier than that. All right, okay, fine. Then the night before, he gets the flu. So he wakes up with 103. He bails out of the fight. Before that, he said he went to some kind of man church, right? A church that taught people to be men, to be real men. And he was going to donate like $100,000 to the man church. So I guess they got screwed, the man church. And I mean, just spend like 6 hours with Don Frye, you could be a real man. I feel like you should have your own man. And then Mayhem, if there was for a church that I wish you came in with a fire extinguisher naked, it would be the man church.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So then that doesn't happen. Do you think this is a case where this guy just has mental issues, anxiety, depression, and just can't get it together? And they're like, oh, do you think he really was sick? Because like according to Dana White, he was acting weird all week. A situation where he said, you know what? All right, I'll take the fight on short notice. And then he did it, and he's like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, this is not what I needed. Get me out of here. Like, what do you think happened, Don Frye?
The reason he pulled out, I love Brian Ortega. I think he's great, man, and I hate to say anything bad about him, but, he does have a lot of problems because, he's more worried about his family than he is about fighting, which is very admirable, but not if you're a fucking professional fighter, you got to set your family aside and concentrate on the fight game. The family becomes secondary. And like I said before, being a professional athlete is the most selfish thing on the planet, It's all about you. You're 24 hours a day. And you just gotta embrace that and do it correctly. And then you have the rest of your life to take care of your family if they stick around.
Jason?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he kind of nailed it right there. It's unfortunate part of like if you are a professional athlete, you do have to focus on solely that and be like completely focused upon the task at hand, and anything else that gets you distracted from that will damage your career, whatever it is. And yeah, hell yeah, man. It sounds like he has a lot of other stuff going on. I didn't hear all this about the man church and whatnot. So that's like my first. I know. I'm so glad that you like fill me in like on the air about like all these weird ass things. So I have to like suddenly like think about what the hell the Church of Manly Christ over there, like Jesus Christ on a cross all buff, like that's what he's worshiping. I don't know what's going on in that realm. But
Terrance will figure it out. Terrance, what's the Brian Ortega man church?
I don't even know what that is. I can't even answer that question.
All right. What did you think of Brian Ortega pulling out of the fight?
I don't know, man. He just knew he was getting paid regardless, and he didn't have to go get in the war. I'm assuming. I'm not saying he was scared, but if he getting paid regardless, he is getting older. You know what I mean? And he want to take the smart fights.
Okay, hold on.
My man, you're driving the car down the street. You're swinging the phone up and down, bro. You're about to win a Darwin Award, dog.
Hold the phone higher so you're looking at the road at least.
Yeah.
I want to trust me. I'm a professional at this. But listen, though.
All right.
Because I'm assuming, like, if I was thinking like him, like, this dude beats me, like, it's not a good L. Because, like, it's not like it's not meaning for me to beat him either. Because, like, he's moving up to 155. Like, it's obviously where he wants to have his career at right now.
So Jason, here's what Brian Ortega to donate $100,000 to church after experiencing life-changing man camp. He went to man camp.
Camp. Oh, so it's in the woods where they like break things and scream and shit, right?
So he said I'm fighting for the bigger cause. It fuels me to fight. I'm going to use the money to give it to a church. It's going to help lots of men. It's the main reason why I accepted the fight. According to Fearless Church, a sacred world needs a fearless church. People need to love more, fear less. He attended Fearless Man Camp. along with his kids. Described the experience as life-changing. It was my pastor and I, we went to this thing, man camp, and we did that, and it was life-changing. A lot of men got saved. A lot of men got to be themselves authentically, without judgment. It was real. In a world where everything is kind of fake, it was real for me. To see this, to have all my children there, I want that for more people. So that's what happens.
I think we all got to go. We got to make a field trip.
I think Terrance got an accident or drove off a cliff just now. So I hope he's okay. Don, have you ever been to man camp?
Yeah, my whole life.
Yeah, man camp has been to Don. Okay.
I feel like Jason, didn't you have a show, Jason, where you taught people to be men on Fuel TV? It never got picked up, but you said,
yeah, I had a pilot that did that. It was whack as fuck. When I was filming, I was like, man, I'm glad they paid me already because this shit ain't going nowhere. Yeah. It was just silly because, all right, because I'm a pretty masculine dude, but then the dudes who wrote the thing were these two like effeminate Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly. They were like, oh, they had this great idea to make dudes manly, but then they had these like bootleg ass ideas on how to do it. And I was like, but what am I doing here? I was like, all right, so I just did what they said and took the check. It wasn't a bad idea, but it was just executed kind of poorly. Yeah.
Terrance, are you going making a porno now, Terrance? I feel like you're going to go porno. I feel like this is one of those scenes where he walks in and there's a girl on the bed or something. What's going on right now?
I'm finally home. I'm finally home.
Now, Terrance, you tweeted recently at Joe Biden after the debates. Biden tweeted something, and then he said that, and then you said, "Aren't I just a super predator to you?" Right? Because he called a lot of people super predator. Wow. But then you said that that was going to be your new nickname for your fights, the super predator. You want to expand on that?
You guys know me. I like to be funny. And you guys know I'm voting for Trump.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Good man, good man. Yeah. Good man.
Well, yeah, I think so because, I am a T-Rex, and I feel like that's a super predator as it gets anyways.
Yeah, dude, if he comes out as a super predator, that's fine. If he puts like a super predator, according to Joe Biden, as your nickname, that might be one of the funniest things. See, I don't know if
they might not allow it.
I don't know if it's Dana. If they go, his next, all right, he's coming and weighing in 100, according to Joe Biden, he's a super predator. Please give it up for Terrance. Wow. I mean, come on, dude. That would be like, that'd be a pretty legendary moment. Yeah. I think
but are your fans really going to buy T-shirts and say super predator? I guess I would. Oh my God.
As long as it has a T-Rex on it, you know it.
All right, you're right.
Well, Don's the predator, and now we have the super predator on the podcast. So we have.
I might just steal that. And make my own T-shirt. Shit.
Now, all right, let's talk about the MVP fight. By the way, the MVP fight. I don't know why MVP just doesn't do karate combat. Because it seems he's doing karate combat in the octagon.
I know.
He don't even train jiu-jitsu, it look like.
Nope, he doesn't. I called it. I totally said that he's got like one stripe on his white belt, and he just doesn't know what. You know what it is? He's so strong that he gets away with that in the room. So he doesn't ever have to really do jiu-jitsu. And so when it happened in there, and really that fight was kind of like, I don't know. Like
it was weird,
sort of. That was a weird ass fight. But I mean, I guess you give it to Gary because he had the dominant position. But at the same time, it was like there was no finish there. It was just kind of a weird left it hanging. Yeah, karate combat. Let's send MVP to karate combat.
Don, what do you think about that fight, the Ian Gary versus MVP?
I thought the walkout was longer than the fight.
It kept getting interrupted, huh? The real fight by the wrestler.
No. Yeah.
Terrance, what do you think?
BBL Gary did what he was supposed to do, got the job done. He got a full check. I ain't mad at him.
Wait, BBL. What's BBL? You think he's got a Brazilian butt lift? Ian Gary? That's
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't make him explain. Like, let me tell you, Adam is a comedian, right? But he makes everyone explain their jokes. Like, he is like this guy who, like, the jokes, he's like, wait a minute, what does that joke mean?
He said, I gotta look
down.
up,
Yeah,
I didn't know what it meant.
Joke that you make.
He likes his jokes dissected,
I do.
Exactly.
I have to study. I have to study why are people laughing at this? That's my job. what makes this funny? Why are they laughing?
Yeah.
No, but how about Gary? How about Gary jumped into a leg lock out of nowhere? Like, buddy, that was pretty bold. I'm gonna get. You know what? I'll give some props to that guy for taking like Brazilian jiu-jitsu risk. I was like half expect him to butt scoot across the octagon. That was so weird.
You know what? I think that MVP is one of those guys.
He felt a little bit of that power, and he was like, "Hell nah."
Yeah,
buddy, he did. Yeah, he stocked up good. Gary's got a pretty good chin because a couple of those that left hook he hit him with and the straight right he hit him with was like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
he felt them.
A lesser man would have fell. A lesser man would have fell.
But we have two guys in we have two guys that fought in Pride here, and if it was Pride rules, MVP would have won. Right? If you went on
stop.
Well, if you went on damage, right?
I guess, but also though,
no, they pretty much fought to the death there. So,
kinda, yeah. But in Japan, like also though, they respect grappling, and if they saw that the guy was on his back at the end of the damn round, they would have because they didn't judge it by scorecard. They judged it by how the fight went, and at the end of the fight, the guy was on his back, working a choke, trying to do something. Hey, that first couple minutes, I thought the fight was over because he had him on the back, had a deep choke, and freaking MVP's eyeballs were bugging out of his head, bro. We can't forget about that. I did forget about that. But at the beginning of the fight, he looked like Schwarzenegger on Mars. Like he was like it was crazy, bro. He's like, start the reactor.
Jason, more importantly, so after Japan, you only dated Asian girls for years. Like all you liked were Asian girls, and now you're back to white. Now you're back to white girls.
I mean, yeah.
Like, at what point did you see like was it a hard?
No, but you're saying I'm back to them. I'm back to them. It's like, what are you talking about? You think that I was into white girls just because I lived in North Kakalaka? No, man. I was like, I let my heart find the way to my penis. Yeah.
Because I've always seen Terrance with white girls with big butts.
Man, well, he's got a type. My man's got a type.
Terrance, when you grew up in like Colorado, it was mostly white girls, right?
In Spokane, Washington,
yeah.
Oh wow,
my God, this guy is from White Town. Oh my goodness,
Mayhem. This guy's story is crazier than yours. You don't understand. He was a national champ. He was ranked #1 in the nation wrestling.
Yeah,
then he took acid at a house party. He thought
took shrooms.
Took shrooms. The cops came. The cops saw a black guy at a party in Washington, and the most racist cops, they tased him 3 times.
I've been tased 3 times. That's riding the lightning, baby.
He was pronounced dead.
Whoa!
His parents wanted to kill him. His parents were like, "This is not what I did." That, and then
I was the first person to get grounded. I didn't even know that was possible.
I mean,
I thought when I was 18, I could do whatever I want, but I was wrong.
I mean, Terrance, didn't this kind of happen? Am I telling the story right?
No, it's pretty accurate.
That's a rare one for him.
So they tased you 3 times. You went to the hospital.
Also, I wrestled these cops for like a whole hour almost. That didn't help.
Wow. Nice. That beats my record.
I kept telling him I'm too powerful.
What happened before you got tased? What was the moment leading up to being tased? Because you clearly weren't being compliant. So what happened?
I'll tell the whole story. So I did $3,000 worth of damage to this girl's apartment. So what happened, right? I saw demons, right? And they made me start speaking a whole nother language.
Yeah.
And I was
Demons
like,
do that. Demons do be doing that.
and I was and I was like, I'm not retarded. I'm gonna just say it in my head. And I said in my head for a little bit, and then I was able to talk again, right? I stand up and I tell these demons, I'm not afraid of you. And I go to take a step forward. They shut my body down, and I literally had to watch myself fall through a window. Like I'm trying to stop it the whole time. And I had my head, boom, I hit the window. I knocked myself out. I feel like all reality melted.
Wow. Oh my God.
And then the rest, I just went crazy after that. Did $3,000 worth of damage to the girl's house, fought the cops, did the most.
Wait, so did the cops find you when you were already on the ground?
Yeah, they found me when I was outside the place.
So then you got up and you're like, let's wrestle.
Well, they went to grab me, and then that's where it all started.
So you look at him, you're trying to say it's these racist cops. That's not what happened. He was
I was out of there. I was just a walking zombie at that rate.
Yeah. Like, not exactly. Maybe they're racist against zombies, but
no, because they had the right to kill me, and I thank them that they didn't kill me that day because I broke one cop's nose, and then injured total 4 cops. So for them to stay calm and get me back safely, and for me not to be in trouble with the law, crazy like.
Now, was it during wrestling season?
Literally right after, and I was like, I got kicked out of school, and then I got a scholarship to go to another school. So I was like, all right, bet we gotta celebrate that one.
Being a great athlete has its perks, I guess. Damn. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky, bro.
Did you have to go to jail?
I've been pretty blessed.
Do you have to do any time in jail or no?
None.
None, you lucky bastard. Never mind, bro. They're racing. They're racing for black people over there. I don't know what happened.
No, they just like zombies over there, brother.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Don wanted to know how much was it for your lawyer?
I think it was like $5,000.
Wow,
that's pretty good.
Nice. We're gonna get that lawyer next time.
Better call Saul. Like fucking that.
I just made him like my family lawyer if I'm in Spokane if I gotta do something.
Hell yeah!
Wow. That's crazy. So then you still graduated that year?
Well, I ended up going D2, so I had a couple more years till I had to graduate it.
Oh, well, this is in high school or college?
This is in college.
Oh, all this happened in college.
Yeah, and then I went on next year to go D2. Where I ended up being ranked number 2 in the nation. I won the Cowboy Open, the elite bracket. I was named D2 Wrestler of the Week.
Got it. Yeah. And then after that experience, did you ever do drugs again or no?
I might have smoked, maybe drank, but really I was pretty straight narrow after that one.
Got it.
Brought out the demons in him.
Oh, man. I mean, Jason.
What you got next, bud?
Yeah. What's next fight?
What's next, bud?
I'm thinking probably October or September.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? With who and who? What's going on? Tell us something.
I can't say yet, but I can say this. I'll be getting a new fight and a new contract. So it's both a win-win once I get the next fight.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what did you think, by the way, of what do you guys think of Cub Swanson versus Touchy Feely, Don?
It was a good fight. I enjoyed it.
It played out exactly how I thought it would. That was some classic Cub Swanson kind of scrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like a Hall of Famer type fight. I knew it was going to be great.
I think it could have went either way, right?
Yeah, me too.
And then
how old is Cub Swanson now?
He's getting up there for sure.
Looked like he was fighting his kid.
He was. That was the Maury Povich version.
And then, what's crazy? So the Karate Hottie fought. She lost. I hate when someone retires in the octagon because I feel like it takes away from the person that beat that person. And the other girl, Jillian won. And then
I agree. if you lose, just do it in the back, because you still get an interview. It's still gonna go viral. Like if you win and do it, then I think it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If someone loses, they retire, and then it all becomes about them. And then I'm like, I almost feel bad for the person who won.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about the person who won.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the person who won gets to go on with their career. You know what I mean? And like, hopefully, like if you do it right, like somebody legendary like Watterson gets to retire, and then like this person who beat her, like she goes on, and we remember, oh yeah, that was stepping stone. Like she retired Watterson. So it's like I get why you guys are saying that, but that's like short term thinking. Yeah, that night it kind of sucks for them, but they have like a whole rest of their career to go on about.
Yeah.
What about the guy who proposed to his girlfriend?
Oh yeah,
Did you guys see that?
That was like in Russia. A guy lost, proposed to his girlfriend. She said no because you cheated on me. So
in front of 20,000 people.
Hey, did you peep the guy? Like dad or coach throw water on the girl?
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you guys gotta go watch it again. Yeah, I was like, that dude was like, he wasn't going for it. He threw water at her. It's like right at the end.
Don,
that was done.
Don, where'd you propose to your girlfriend?
What's that?
Your ex-wife, where'd you propose?
I didn't. She got pregnant. She made me marry her.
That's a collar with fucking get married right there. Oh, shit, you're pregnant. I don't marry you.
Terrance, were you ever married or no?
Not yet.
Oh no. Okay. So this is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess.
That's just like, yeah, of course. Like I think it's just.
So so what you're saying is you haven't stopped pulling out yet. Okay, we hear you.
I had a friend. He proposed. He actually hired his buddy who was a cop who pulled over the girlfriend. He got out of the car and proposed. He got into the cop uniform, and then like he was going to give her a ticket, and then proposed to her.
Like, now that's like smooth. That's some player shit.
Yeah, but that could have went terrible.
No.
Hey, if she said no, she just tased her 3 times.
It's gonna look like she said yes because she's gonna put her hands out.
Did you guys watch the karate combat brawl that took place? Don just left.
Oh yeah.
Don saw the light and started walking towards it. So,
just like Biden.
Don't go to the light, Don.
I have to.
So the karate combat, the corner man gets in to get into a brawl, and then the owner of karate combat choked the guy out to sleep.
RNC, yeah.
Yeah. So did you guys Mayhem? Did you watch this?
I didn't even see that. Bro, you could like
I only saw the picture of it. They didn't have the video.
Yeah, what the hell, bro?
Hold on.
Like you literally like complain that I don't do any like you like talk about shit that I don't know about. And you're
I've never complained one time.
Nobody looks at the internet as much as you, Adam. Nobody
Every time I've ever complained, Mayhem, we've been friends for 15 years. I've complained one time. It was when you punched me in my face before my comedy show.
And an accident, I told you.
Usually people punch him after a comedy show.
Dude, I had a party.
It builds character.
Dude, I had a party.
Yeah,
man, sorry, I forgot to invite you to my party. And he goes, what? And he goes like this, and I'm like, oh, ha, 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 he's just playing. And then he fucking connects. Dude, he hits me in my thing. I get
before the comedy show. Right before the comedy show.
I was walking to the
stage.
He had to
go on stage with a goose egg on his head.
It kept growing.
Sorry, bro.
It kept growing. It was like one of those cartoon bumps, right? Like every time I told a joke and it didn't work, it fucking grew. It looked like I had a potato coming out of my head. And then this asshole takes a picture, Mayhem, and then uses it as my ringtone. So every time I call him, every time he calls me, I gotta see the fucking huge bump on my head.
Do you still have that photo? We need it for this podcast.
Dude. It's somewhere. I don't know.
Dude, that was the only time I've ever really got mad. I go,
that was hilarious.
My bad.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
My bad.
That could ruin your looks.
You thought it was an accident.
Yeah.
So here's the karate combat.
Trouble in the corner. Trouble.
Well, the house of... Well, you're going to say we don't want to see this. The corner of Willis Barnes at the bottom. Happy's gone.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, President Austin getting involved to...
He got too locked in.
Why is John Frye there in his hot pants?
Why is he doing it better than security?
I know, huh?
He choked him out.
I like that he had to like slide in there like a grade schooler on
No, he had that motherfucker locked the fuck in.
He did. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was sick.
What? Why did the fight start? Why was the cornerman freaking out?
I have no idea.
Give that guy
that was like no context whatsoever. We appreciate that.
It looked like he was talking crap when he was talking to him at the end, like right by the corner. It looked like he was saying some stuff.
There's so much going on right now. First of all, and then the PFL was on Friday. They don't tell anyone. I don't understand. They have millions and millions of dollars they give away. They don't tell anyone that any of their events when they come out. Like it's like their whole marketing strategy is to hope that you accidentally put it on, and then you're like happy that it's on. You know, it's like a chick who's a squirter or something. You know, but
I don't understand the analogy, but I like it.
Well, like she doesn't tell you she's a squirter, and then she starts squirting in your face, and you're like, "Oh, this is kind of cool."
Listen, bud, if you have a squirter, she needs to tell you. Wait, is your little daughter back there?
She's in the other room.
About squirter? Oh, goodness gracious! Now let me just tell the audience out there: if you have a squirter, you need to be ready for that. Now, towels down, okay? Towels everywhere. Towels on towels on towels. Okay? Because if you're gonna make this woman happy, man, your wife is so angry right now, bro.
He grounded for sure.
That's half the reason I do this show. It's on the wife.
Hey, Violet, say hi to everyone. See
Hi, Violet.
Oh, great! Wow, we're really
way to go, Jason.
Demographic. I know.
All right,
trying to help everyone.
So, did you guys watch the Paige Van Zandt power slap, please?
Oh yeah,
obviously I watched.
I seen the highlight.
It looks like
I have a new fetish.
Well, what are the rules? That girl got kneed down. She went down twice.
Well, but also
like 3 times.
Well, Paige got in trouble for flinching. You're not allowed to flinch before the slap. Dude, I'd be flinching the entire time. I'd be the one. Are you serious?
I might get a slip. I don't know if I can just sit there.
Like, are you kidding? The whole, are you kidding me? Like, I'd be flinching the whole time. There's no way. There's no way.
The first rule of Flinch Club is you do not talk about Flinch Clubs.
Anyway, what do we have coming up? Because I gotta my hour's up. I gotta take my kid to Wally.
Yeah, what are you doing? Seducing me right now?
I gotta go to. I have to go to Wally.
Ready for the gym.
Look at him. He got pink on and stuff.
Yeah. Harris, why is he seducing us right now?
I have to go to Wally.
So gentle.
We're just Tinder dates, man. He's just trying to see which one he likes there.
I know. What the hell? I'm swiping left, motherfucker. Left.
I have to go to Wally Wombats. I'm taking my daughter to it's like Chuck E. Cheese. It's like the Wish version of Chuck E. Cheese out in Vegas.
What a bootleg ass Chuck E. Cheese is that? Oh my
it sounds
God,
awesome though, man.
It does. I have to admit. You're
Terrance,
right.
how old is your kid now?
He's about to be 2.
Oh, no. How do you like it?
Oh.
It's awesome, but people right. Terrible 2's the real thing. That motherfucker bad as hell. Socked me in my nap.
Why taking a nap? He punches you?
Yeah, he'll sock anyone. But unless you're like a kid, if you're a kid, he just gives them hugs. He's so nice to everyone. We take him in public, you'll think he's an angel. We take him home.
That's awesome. Good for you. Well, what do you? So, Jason, what do you have coming up?
I don't know. Fucking try not to pull out and get some kids like you guys.
Oh, and then also, did you want to do?
No, I got seminars and shit like that. I'm like doing seminars everywhere. People keep booking me and whatnot. I'm like, oh man. So I got like a bunch of I gotta go everywhere. I have to like do like grown up shit now. Like I miss just being like a damn ghetto ass motherfucker. Nowadays I have to be very professional.
I don't care what
all
anyone
the
said.
time.
Being a kid was nice. You know, no bills.
I know.
Free gas
I'm like
bucks.
super. Yes, there's nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? You just do whatever. Now I'm like always taking care of something. So, bro, I'm doing it. Thank you, world, for trusting me again because I appreciate I'm doing it.
And then, Bill, what do you got?
Just Laugh Factory every Wednesday. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I'm coming over there, Bill. I'm going to come over there one Wednesday. Trust me.
Just don't punch me in the head before I go on stage, okay?
Yes. No, what do you mean? You have the best set of his
Now that he's grappling, he's switching to nut cap.
Dude, he punched me, right? Yeah. He punched me. This is like pre-Ultimate Fighter mayhem, right? He punches me, and then he feels so bad, he starts crying, right?
Yeah,
and then he goes, I
felt so bad, bro.
I'm sorry. I go, dude, you just punched me, and now you're crying, right? And then he goes, but
it was an accident, bro.
He goes, you could say
it was an accident.
He goes, you could say you got punched by a UFC fighter. I go, I did not want to say that. That was never a goal of mine to say that I got punched in the face. But he goes, oh, I thought you knew that like the combos were body, head. Why would I know that? Like
he threw the whole combination at you.
I threw the 4-piece at him, and he got hit with 2 of them.
I go, I didn't think we were fighting. I was walking to the comedy stage, which I had gotten him a spot on. Dude, and then the other comics feel so bad for me. Their whole sets were how I should not be friends with Mayhem anymore. Like they're everybody.
But that's
I
how
remember that. Yeah.
You never had a real bro. You got to be able to hit another fight and still be homie.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I knew he didn't mean it, but and then my dad's like, how's it going? I sent him a picture. Literally, Terrance, like I bleed very easily. It was like literally like a bump. It was like an apple out of my head, right? And
you gotta send me the picture if you find it.
Yeah, it was
there's a picture.
It was exactly like.
And then we'll make a meme out of you. He always making the memes. We got to get him. You got to see what
Dude, my dad texts me. He says, "You're not allowed to hang out with Mayhem anymore."
He's like my mom. He's gonna be like, "That was not an accident."
So Don,
I gotta go coach a private lesson. Jesus Christ.
Don, what do you got coming up?
Oh hell, I can't remember. I don't remember right now. I got what month is this anyway? July? Well, you got Independence Day here in a couple of days. And, yeah, Independence Day.
All right, thanks, Don. I'm happy that's just something for you only.
He did the barbecue and stuff. Yeah, that's a good event for everybody.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, Don was there back in 1776.
I shoot horses. Shoot a horse for Dorset Road.
John, anyway, you guys are great. Terrance, anything you want to plug?
Nah, not yet. Just shout out to everyone that's been holding it down.
Do you have a T-shirt I could buy?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it should be on Millions.
Predator. Go to Super
Predator out.
Superpredator.com.
And I'm coming for Biden. He better be ready.
Nice.
You gotta bring a girl to the cage on a leash. You know.
Now that would be player.
You guys are the best. Take care, guys. Have a good week.
Bye bye.